we're having a big fight.
This will be the first time two champions are crowned at 1600 Pennsylvania.
When I'm watching this fight on TV, I don't want to see the lighting grid, screens, mic. All I want to see is the White House.
Let's talk about why this UFC fight is really happening at the White House, the true cost of all of this, and what people are actually saying about it.
Americans have never seen anything quite like this. Like something out of a movie. President of America! Or from the world of WWE. The UFC fight is set, with up to 5,000 members of the military, administration officials, and Trump allies expected to be in attendance.
4,000 spectators are expected to watch in the arena, with 120,000 watching from the ellipse nearby.
Tickets are free, but require some registration and ID.
Millions of people are expected to watch on Paramount Plus, a huge moment for the UFC.
This event is giving me like a Roman Empire gladiator type of vibe. Have you thought about that?
My name is Gladiator.
You got Trump acting like the Roman emperor while overlooking the UFC fighters, which would represent like the gladiators, all fighting in the octagon, right? Which represents the Coliseum, where all the spectators are looking. You get what I'm saying? The only thing this event is missing is Trump giving that thumbs down signal to unallow the loser. So when and why is this fight happening?
The fight is on Trump's birthday, but it also is meant to commemorate the 250th signing of the Declaration of Independence. How is this honoring what the founding fathers had in mind?
Surprisingly, there's actually some fighting history connected to the past presidents.
For all the uproar, fighting in many ways is deeply rooted in American history. Our leaders have gone toe-to-toe with their competition for nearly 250 years, not just on the debate stage.
You cut permits and licenses on federal land and federal waters in half.
Not true, Governor Romney.
But on the mat. 13 former presidents were wrestlers, including Dwight Eisenhower and William Howard Taft. Even George Washington was known to grapple, according to the National Wrestling Hall of Fame. And a young Abraham Lincoln is also said to have been victorious in hundreds of matches in his day.
There's only one recorded instance in which Lincoln lost a wrestling match. That's the kind of a president you want.
And Teddy Roosevelt?
As a president, he learned jiu-jitsu and actually threw a senator onto the ground. I'm sure other presidents would have liked to do that themselves.
Now that was some information I didn't know about. But tell me, does that justify this UFC fight being at the White House? Now, the UFC wasn't always a major household name.
So how did UFC go from this? That is brutal. Prompting in-depth critical coverage.
But one man's entertainment is another man's carnage.
And even congressional condemnation.
I'd like to put the Ultimate Fighting Championships out of business.
A company that nearly went bankrupt years ago. To this. It's now become a worldwide sports juggernaut, raking in billions a year.
Some say Trump saved the UFC. Well, let's see how that may have happened.
I'm not sure many know how big of a part you were to the UFC coming on and becoming mainstream in the early 90s when nobody would let us and nobody believed in us and they thought we were just absolute animals. And you gave us a chance to fight in your property.
Well, they're right about that, though.
Well, yeah.
It's thanks in part to a casino owner who welcomed the then flailing sport into his venue in 2001. A guy by the name of Donald Trump.
The spectacular Trump Taj Mahal, home tonight to the world's most prestigious mixed martial arts event.
He always seemed to be a fan of the sport.
Thanks to the Donald for hosting another great Ultimate Fighting Championship.
He was there. He was sitting in the front row.
Well, I'm a fan, and I'm becoming more of a fan.
Trump's involvement, the start of a decades-long relationship with UFC CEO Dana White.
So let's see how much this event is costing and who's footing the bill.
Now, more than $60 million has already been spent to prepare for this event. The UFC says they are footing the bill and will actually lose $30 million on all of this.
A $60 million price tag for this thing is utterly absurd. We're paying. Now, of course, they're going to say, no, the UFC's paying. But, of course, the UFC's getting $60 million worth of advertising out of this, and it's not going to us.
Donald Trump has bought stock in this company, in the company that owns UFC, as he is now promoting it. So he's personally likely to profit from this. The State Department is wading in and making deals with UFC.
But this is also a massive marketing opportunity for them.
Yeah, Morgan & Morgan, Bud Light, Dodge Ram, Corona Extra, Poly market, which identifies itself as the world's largest prediction market.
And then President Trump himself is financially entangled in the UFC, owning significant stock in its parent company. And his administration has also announced new partnerships with the UFC, the State Department launching a sports diplomacy program with them, and the FBI welcoming UFC fighters to train federal agents in hand-to-hand combat.
Wow, that is a lot to digest. Now, they said the UFC is footing that $60 million bill, right? And they stand to lose $30 million. And while that may be true regarding the initial investment of this event, I can almost guarantee that they're going to get all that money back and more on the back end. Now, what does that mean? So they're going to be able to capitalize on that, the new sponsors that they're going to get behind this, the increased amount of ticket sales that they're going to get for their next events that are going to happen, and many other avenues that they're going to be able to capitalize on because they had this event at the White House on the grounds of the nation's capital, right? That's a big thing. Is Trump using the U.S. government to financially benefit the UFC? Because if that's the case, if the UFC makes money, then he makes money, right? So let me know, is that a conflict of interest? Now, some people wasn't having it. They putting out lawsuits on them.
Sparking controversy from the courts.
A lawsuit is seeking to block the event, calling it, quote, deeply corrupt. The suit alleges that Trump gave the UFC, quote, unfettered access to the White House and Lincoln Memorial to stage a private for-profit sports event.
To cable news.
This is fundamentally the private profiteering of our national monuments.
Despite the lawsuits, which were unsuccessful in court, and some of the news outlets pushing back against having this event, despite all that, the fight is still on. It seems like Trump is loving his UFC structure, they call it a Claw, so much that he's thinking about not taking it down, even after the event.
President Trump is floating the idea of making his big UFC arena on the White House South Lawn a permanent installment.
Paris, France, the Eiffel Tower, 1889 it was built. It was supposed to be taken down immediately after the World's Fair. And then they said, you know, we sort of like it. Let's leave it up a little bit longer. And then they said, let's leave it up longer and longer and longer. Well, they never took it down. And, you know, we're building something in front of the White House that's quite attractive to a lot of people. It's going to have the big UFC fight on June 14th. And I'm looking at it and maybe we'll never, ever take it down.
Now, what are your thoughts about that? So here's what some people think about this UFC fight being at the White House.
Majority of people like it, and there's a lot of hype around it, but there are those people that are around there are against this, saying that's a barbarian act, is what I was told yesterday.
Something I've never seen before at any other president's home location where they live, so I think that's pretty cool.
I thought it was not real at first. It's the White House, not an entertainment center.
Everybody likes fights until you put Trump's name on it, and then everybody's like, oh, it's a bad idea. It's not a bad idea.
I think it looks nice, yeah.
But the missus not feeling it?
Just not happy about it.
We got some more reactions.
What are your thoughts on the UFC having a fight here at the White House?
I think it's the stupidest thing I've ever heard of. It's just not appropriate for White House lawn.
I think it's great that they're bringing it here. I think it's going to be an awesome event and spectacle for sure. American pride. It's nothing more American than UFC.
I like it. It's something new. It's something very Trump. He's a fighter. Americans are fighters. I love it.
I just think it's wrong to beat other people up and to pay to be a spectator and support it. It makes me sick.
I think it's a very monumental moment. This should be a really good fight. I'm excited to see what's going to go on, who's going to win. I'm here for it.
I think the idea of it's pretty cool, but $60 million is kind of a lot of money.
You do know the UFC is funding it itself.
Okay, I did not know that, but now that I know that, I mean, if that's what they want to do with their money, then go right ahead.
We even got some people like Joe Rogan, a Trump supporter, not liking it, but for a totally different reason.
I don't like it. I don't like the idea of fighting outside at all.
Well, there's problems with it.
And then
done it too many times.
June. Yeah. And it's DC, and we looked it up the last year, same day, it was 100 degrees.
Yeah. Oh,
That's
yeah.
hot as
You add the lights, that attracts bugs.
How about dehydration?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the bugs are a big one.
And this is what the White House thinks about it.
For them to be able to see this event with their White House in the background as part of our celebration as a country in our 250 years, I think is a gift to the American people.
So let me know what you think. Is this event really a gift to the American people? Who's really benefiting? Let me know in the comments below, and let's talk about it. If you got value out this video, show some love and smash the subscribe, like, and bell notification to get the latest HE content. And if you like this video, definitely check out the next video.